Hey everyone and welcome back to Obas Trending Gist, where we break down the stories behind the headline. Now, you might have seen this viral video making the rounds. It's one of those "What are you wearing?" street interviews, and it features a very stylish young woman named Oyinda.
Hey, how you doing today?
I'm well, how are you?
I'm fine. What's your name and where you from?
I'm Oyinda. I'm Nigerian, but I grew up in London.
London's in the house. Stop playing with her. Let's get it. Niger girl.
Yeah.
Okay. You see the fit. Describe it today.
I don't know, I was a bit moody, but I know we're celebrating menswear tonight, so I wanted to be decked out in oversized looks. This is a Chrome Hearts vintage button down from Tokyo. Shout out to Casanova Vintage.
Okay.
We've got the Margiela menswear pants, and they're really cool because they tie.
Stop playing with her. Let's go. I got these shorts too, by the way. You feel me?
They're so great.
So
you
great.
can tie it anywhere and button it, so it's really
Love
nice.
it, love it, love it.
And then I've got the Andrew Minamista boots.
Damn.
Very cozy, and my little Margiela bag.
Stop
Like a
playing with
lunchbox.
her.
But here is the gist: Oyinda is not just any fashionista. She is Habibat Oyinda Tinubu, the daughter of the Nigerian's current president Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and thanks to a deep dive by investigative journalist David Hundeyin, her story goes far beyond luxury fashion. We are talking about a $2.4 million cash purchase of a New York condo when she was just 22 years old with no official job. How does a 22-year-old afford that? And more importantly, what does it tell us about how the West treats money coming from Africa? We are about to watch a video that connects all the dots, so sit back and take a watch.
And then the rings, yours truly, streetwear. So,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, okay.
Oh, and Pancanessa earrings.
You see
shout
the
out to
shades?
them. Oh, these?
Don't worry about it.
It's Oyinda, or as she likes to be known,
I'm Oyinda. I'm Nigerian, but I grew up in London.
Oyinda. Pictured here being a muse for a popular social media content creator, is the daughter of Nigeria's president Bola Tinubu. Now, why is that important, and who cares about who her daddy is? She's just a human living her life, and she can't control who her parents are, so what's the story here? But before I answer that, here's a story about 6 members of a Nigerian fraud syndicate, whom the FBI has spent the best part of a decade tracking, extraditing, and putting behind bars. And let me tell you, working across multiple jurisdictions on different continents to arrest, extradite, prosecute, and jail these people for carrying out business email compromise and romance scams between 2015 and 2016 was a lot of work. These guys apparently extracted over $6 million from the American victims, and it took 9 years, but the FBI put all of them away, which is fantastic. But here's the problem. So Oyinda's full name is Habibat Oyinda Tinubu, and like many other politically exposed people, she once wanted to buy some property in the US, but she didn't want it appearing under her name. So she created an LLC and got it to do the transaction back in 2013. The company is called WWOMD LLC, and here you can see that it purchased a condo at 255 Hudson Street in Tribeca, New York, for the modest sum of $2.4 million, cash. No credit facility, no mortgage. Bear in mind that at the time this transaction was recorded in 2013, Oyinda was an unemployed 22-year-old with no recognized source of income, let alone $2.5 million of straight cash. So where did the money come from? Well, it's hard to say, but even a day one intern at the KYC, AML, or compliance department at any bank in the United States would know that when the unemployed 22-year-old offspring of a guy who at the time had just spent 8 corruption scandal-ridden years as governor of Nigeria's wealthiest state shows up trying to buy a luxury condo in New York City for $2.4 million cash, this should set off every alarm in the building. Apparently it didn't. The empire's law enforcement authorities, who have the capacity to track Nigerian cyber criminals to their hideouts in Lagos and have them extradited to the US, did not see anything wrong with this picture. Apparently, if you're suspected of being a Nigerian criminal who stole millions of dollars from the empire's citizens, you get free US government bangles. However, if you're suspected of being a Nigerian criminal who stole millions of dollars from your own people, come on in. You're welcome. And in case you think this was just an oversight, consider this. Oyinda's older brother and self-styled first son of Nigeria, Sheyi Tinubu, is known to have spent $10.8 million on a mansion at Grove End in Westminster, central London. A mansion which at the time was the subject of a vast state corruption probe involving an associate of Nigeria's former oil minister. Somehow, also without a particularly recognized source of income, Nigeria's first son, made this purchase right in the empire's European capital city. You see, nothing illustrates the empire's hypocrisy better than this. It regularly decries corruption in the global south, framing it as some sort of moral failing on the part of people who live in the global south. Meanwhile, in reality, it not only enables it, but it actively hosts and celebrates the very corruption that it pontificates about. Aided, of course, by its handpicked, compromised puppet elite within the global south, who don't mind turning their resource-rich, high-potential countries into $800 per capita GDP hellholes for the empire's benefit. The empire gets its imperial tribute paid from the blood and broken dreams of its subjects in darkest Africa. And Oyinda,
I'm Oyinda,
gets to grow up in London and talk like Peppa Pig. Everybody goes home happy.
Okay, let's break that down because we've got a lot to unpack here, man. The video lays out a very powerful and frankly infuriating contrast. On one side, you have the US government, the FBI spending years, resources, and international cooperation to track down, extradite, and jail a group of Nigerian fraudsters who stole about $6 million from Americans. But on the other side, you have the president's daughter, Oyinda Tinubu, purchasing a $2.4 million property in New York. The video highlights that this was a cash purchase, no mortgage, no financing, just straight cash. This happened back in 2013 when she was just 22 years old. No recognized source of income that could possibly explain that kind of wealth. To make it even more suspicious, the purchase was made through an LCC, a shell company essentially to hide her name from the public records. This is a massive red flag for money laundering. It's exactly the kind of transaction that compliance departments are trained to spot, yet it sells through. And this isn't an isolated incident. The video also touches on her brother, Tinubu, the self-proclaimed first son of Nigeria. He reportedly purchased an $11 million mansion in London, a property that, at the time, was the subject of a major corruption and asset seizure investigation by Nigeria's own EFCC. Still, the purchase went through in the UK without any issues. So, what's the real story here? The hypocrisy is staggering. The video calls it the empire's hypocrisy, and it's spot on. The message from Western financial capital like the New York and London is clear. If you are a Nigerian stealing from our citizen, we will use the full force of our law to crush you. We will label your country a hub of fraudsters. However, if you are a member of the Nigerian's political elite and you are bringing in millions of dollars, very likely looted from your own country's treasury to invest in our real estate and luxury goods markets, then please come on in. The door is wide open. We will look the other way. They will publicly condemn corruption in Africa while their own economies quietly benefit from it. London and New York are the two of the biggest safe havens for illicitly acquired wealth in the world. They have entire industries of lawyers, accountants, and real estate agents who specialize in helping politically exposed persons wash their money. And this has a real-world impact. While the children of the political class are living it up in multi-million-dollar properties abroad, the money that should be building hospitals, schools, roads back in Nigeria is funding their luxury lifestyle. It's a system of neocolonial extraction where the wealth of a nation is siphoned off by a compromised elite and packed safely in the West. So when you see that initial viral clip on Oinda, it's not just about fashion. It's a tiny polished looking window into a massive dirty system of global financial hypocrisy. It shows that the West, the war on corruption, is often a selective one. It's not about morality, it's about whose pocket is being picked. But that's my own take. What do you think about all this? Is this a clear double standard or is there more to it? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'll be reading them. Then, if you found this breakdown insightful, please hit that like button, subscribe to Oba's Trending Gist, and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on the real stories. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.